Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Johnny Davis Live here in 2025. So good to be back here. I thought today I will talk about several things that we have coming up, including the IKF Spring Classic here in March and some other great, exciting events that we have coming up. One of the subjects that I talked about, and I'm going to talk a little bit softer today, and I'll tell you why. I want to talk about my personal experience a little bit with asthma. That baby that you see on the tent is not me. That is not me. But I'm told about when I was a baby that I actually lived in one of those tents for a long time, like months. It was a long time. My sisters, my mom, all told me the story about that. And I thought I would share that today because it kind of flared back up. That's one of the reasons why I've been a little quiet in January, because I feel great. I'm still working out. I feel great. I'm going to work out in a minute. But it does affect your respiratory system. So you have to sometimes use your inhaler and stuff. But you feel fine. It's just a breathing thing. When I was a kid, I remember I didn't actually play a lot of sports. I did, like sandlot stuff. But I did a little baseball and stuff like that. But it certainly affected me. Now, the interesting and irony of this is that when I got in martial arts around the age of 12, it still affected me. But I kept working, running, working the bag, doing all those cardio things. It didn't go away. It didn't go away. But I was able to overcome it. Fighting 5, 7, 8, 9, 12 round fights. I mean, I think that's kind of overcoming it. I do notice as I get older that it kind of shows its head up every now and then. Not like every year, but every now and then. But it's an interesting thing because I know that people out there are suffering from asthma and other respiratory type things. And sometimes I just kind of give up. What I'm saying is never give up, right? If you can. I was able to control mine to a point where I could keep moving. Even now, I keep moving, but it is there. And also, whatever type of disabilities you might have, shortcomings, or whatever, always give 110. 110. Because you never know. You too might overcome. So I'm thankful for all the doctors and my mom and my family who supported me as a babe when I was coming up and to help me get through that very difficult time. And so I thought I would just share that with you today. And you guys see me, what I do today, but sometimes it's not really that easy. But you still move forward, right? And give it 110. All right, that was my story. I just thought I would share it. No big deal. But I thought it was kind of interesting and everything when it flared back up here the last month or so due to all this crazy weather. But let's talk a little bit about upcoming IKF Spring Classic in March. That's going to be back in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Landmark Resort. Hope you guys will join us. Registration is kicked off. Men, women, and juniors fight in full contact fights. It's a great opportunity to win championship belt and get some really good competition. We've been doing that Spring Classic for, I would say, 12 years, 13 years? And it's a very good tournament. People have a good time, great experience. We also have the semi-contact going on at that event as well. Semi-contact action. Well, there are no knockouts, It's a lot of fun as well. A lot of people use the semi-contact PKB as an incubator, right, to help them get ready for the full contact. So Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the weekend of March 14th through the 16th, back at the Landmark, the IKF Spring Classic is back in action again, somewhere where you can get to affordable rooms, restaurants, other hotels, and things like that. And the Landmark is a nice destination for it. So I hope you guys are planning to come out. Get registered now, IKFFightPlatform.com. We are doing a few super fights. I think we matched one today. We'll see. And give you more information on that. But the IKF Spring Classic is certainly around the corner. I hope you guys are planning to join us and be a part of that event. Always a lot of fun, always a lot of nice awards, trophies, medals, cups, belts, and all of that, is available there. So get registered. Bring your entire team, because it is something that we look forward to annually. And again, we are trying to build champions. And I said, the Landmark Resort is a nice hotel. It's nice enough for what we do. It is not 5-star, but it is a nice hotel. We have a special going on for trainers right now. One of the things, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, that we're doing too, is that we have our outreach going on to a lot of the new trainers and new gym facilities, and as well as some of the old trainers and fighters out there. But we're offering a special for trainers who might want to bring some fighters right now. I mean, normal rate is like 40, goes up to like 70 some bucks right now. Between now and Monday, you can get $15 off of the registration and all. And if you bring 5 people, it's free, right? But otherwise, you bring one, whatever you're bringing, you get a discount up until this Monday. So take advantage of that for the IKF Spring Classic as well. Just again, we really want to try to make people know and help them understand how much we appreciate, their support over the years and their continued support in the future. So we hope to see some of you trainers who are looking to come out is to take advantage of that deal. It's right now on the platform, IKFFightPlatform.com. Coming up this July, this summer, we're back in Las Vegas for the IKF World Classic. It's going to be another outstanding event. We hope that, you'll bring your teams to that. Registration is also going on the platform, IKFFightPlatform.com. I want to remind people as well that it is a memorial tournament for our late CEO, Mr. Steve Fossum, who, gave us all to grow the International Kickboxing Federation. And his family, his wife, CEO, Ms. Tony Fossum, daughter Fallon, are now pretty much running the organization along with myself. And I mean, we did the event there last year at the Westgate. It's pretty darn exciting, really fun event. Going back this year, we hope that you'll sign your teams up. Bring your entire team. We also have the PKB. Now, listen, check this out. PKB PMT is going to be going on Friday night. Before the actual tournament kicks off. So that's something a little different this year. So it's a reason to get registered. The PMT, Ryan Hodges, will be overseeing the PMT event, as well as will be under Muay Thai Purist Promotions for the full contact as well. So it's a great reason to get registered, IKFFightPlatform.com or the PMTWest.org website, where you can, I think the registration's up for the semi-contact as well. IKF World Classic, July 18th through the 20th, 2025. This year, Westgate, Las Vegas. Great reason to come out to Vegas. If you've not been, come on down, as they say on The Price is Right. It's actually a really, really good tournament. And we have 5 rule styles. It says 4, but we have 5. We're going to do the freestyle kickboxing. We have international rules, modified Muay Thai, unified rules, and full rule with elbows that will be happening on that weekend. The championship belts. I don't have to say, championship belts are beautiful. All of our awards are beautiful. It is a reason to come. Make your reservations now. Get registered, IKFFightPlatform.com. We hope to see you guys there in July. All right, so we're going to keep it moving right along here. And again, I'm talking a little bit lighter today because as you heard at the very beginning there, the asthma thing, pops his head back up and wants to show itself. and kind of kicked me around just a little bit. But, I'm feeling great. Feeling great. Can't wait to get into the gym today. And listen, by the way, for the IKF Spring Classic, we're still looking for a few certified champions. We have certified champions out there. We're looking for some title defenses. One of the people that we're looking for is Courtney Little Creighton. He's one of our interstate champions, Creighton Chainsaw Davidson. Definitely looking for a fight for him. He's around 65, 70 pounds, undefeated. He'll be 12 years old February 5th. My wife's birthday, too, by the way. And he's looking for a challenger, but he's entered the tournament as well to fight in the tournament for a normal East Coast tournament title. But he is also looking for a title defense so he can keep climbing that ladder all the way up to possibly a world title one day. But Creighton is a very talented little fighter. He has, a really good style. I think this is international or unified rules and all. But if you're interested in a fight with Little Creighton for March 15th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, feel free to give us a call. Numbers on the screen and all. And let's see if you have the right little opponent. You have to be within 2 years of his age. He's just turning 12. So you have to be 2 years within that. And let's see, it is for a state title, so we don't want somebody with 50 fights, either. Has to make sense at the end of the day. Creighton Chainsaw Davidson is putting his title on the line for those who might be interested and ready and has a record that's ready to, challenge this young man, as they say on The Price is Right. Come on down. We'll be ready. We also have some other challengers, Mr. Romik Johnson. He's like 186. He is our interstate champion as well. We'll be fighting. We all have some other certified titles that we are talking to a few folk about coming out and defending as well. And it should be a lot of fun for you and your team if indeed you are available to come out. I want to talk a little bit about what just happened here. We had our 2025 IKF official seminar here in Mooresville, North Carolina. Had several people showed up, more than we expected, including people from the commission, the North Carolina Athletic Commission. They were excited about it. I think most enjoyed it. Had some really great comments about what they learned and stuff. And so the idea and the goal is this: obviously, continue to grow the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing across the country. But certainly here in North Carolina, we have some good promotions going on here, like Don Rogers, for example, going on here in North Carolina. But we have to continue to educate people about how to judge and referee and other things for the sport, so that we make it better with all the different rule styles and other things that are going on. We want to try to make it better for our athletes. And also we host these seminars. And in the seminar, for example, we had Kru Paul, who you see on the screen, who has been in the sport of Muay Thai, raised in Thailand since she was 5 years old. She's been in the sport, kicking people in the head. And she did a fantastic Muay Thai portion of the seminar. We had Mr. Don Roger. We had Mr. Jody Brenda, Mr. Tony Gould, Sean Tafoya. All of them, including myself, did a striking seminar. And I'll talk people more about judging and what to look for and things like that when it comes to judging, etc. A really good time, well received, and all. Next year we're going to do something bigger. We're going to do it even better, and all. And so we hope that you will, when you see us advertising about our seminar, we might do some before I say the end of the year. It's not actually the end of the year. It actually be in 2026. Like we do it like on Martin Luther King weekend. But we're going to expand it probably next year a little bit more detail, a little bit more specific to certain items like judging, inspection, and stuff like that. So we hope you guys are planning to join us in 2026 for our next seminar. Again, we will be hosting some trainings across the country at different times, right? But that particular seminar is our annual one. And we always try to have something really nice there. I hope you guys will plan to join us in 2026 or before, to help you get on the way to shadowing and learning more about how to judge the sport. Again, it was pretty well received. And I think that people are definitely learning and getting better. I will tell you this. When we first started, with our when I moved back from California about about 15 years ago. We started doing our events around that time. And I tell you, for a fact, we definitely had some issues with some judging. You know what we don't hear now? A lot of our events, not when it's IKF officials, we don't hear a lot about bad judging. Most of the time, we're getting it right. And that's what we want. And we feel like everybody deserves a fair shake and all. And that's why we are doing these seminars. Hope you guys are planning to join us in the future and all, because I definitely think it's something worth it. And it is indeed growing the sport. And it's not just growing it for IKF, to be honest with you, because our officials work with different groups and they also get the benefit, right, of, the skills and talent and stuff like that we're passing on out there. So when these people go back to these commissions and they work other organization shows and all, they're getting the benefits from this and all. And so that is one of the things about growing and growth. I always say it's kind of my cross to bear. We have to indeed, spread the love, and again, whether they're with IKF or not, the goal is to make sure that these fighters are going to get a fair shake when they're out there. And I think that is hugely, hugely important. I just want to remind everyone too about the IKF Fight platform. That is growing and growing and growing. The platform as well is that site where fighters build their profiles. They have their records. They have any suspensions or anything like that might be going on. It is a safety thing for all fighters across the region who are participating in IKF. I just want to make sure that you guys are building your profiles. It is free to build your profile. If you want a premium up, there's a slight fee for that. But it is the reason to come on and to, be a part of something great and what we're building. We are recognized by BoxRec as well. And I have Fight Sports Insight on there as the website, but it's actually IKFFightPlatform.com. And so we hope that you guys will go ahead and build your profiles. Guess what? As people are looking for fighters, they're going to our platform to find those fighters. If you have a nice profile and everything up, guess what? They might be giving you a call regardless of the organization. I mean, it's there for everybody. We're also doing our rankings and things like that on there for our fighters. There's just a ton going on the IKF Fight platform. And I hope that you guys will use it for the greater good of growing the sport. We certainly use it. That helps us out a lot. Something's going on this weekend. Our very first semi-contact MMA show. And it's going on in Santa Cruz, California, with Mr. Jordan Dodge and this Santa Cruz Fight team over there. First time. Now, the semi-contact MMA has been going on in other places. They got different names for it. And it's something, obviously, I've actually suggested it to someone many, many years ago because around the PKB. So we have the semi-contact, kicking off first. And then we're going to get back and also doing the ISCF for full contact as well. As I said before, the ISCF was the first sanctioning body for MMA in the country. Did you hear that? It was the first sanctioning body for MMA in the country. And so, Mr. Steve Foster had a great vision. We were doing a ton of events, a ton of full contact events. But so now we're starting back over, Ms. Fossum, the California team over there, getting that together. And I'm obviously, helping with that since we have such a big arm already in the semi-contact arena. So we're going to kick that off this weekend. In fact, this tomorrow. If you live in the Santa Cruz area, California area, in Northern California, contact Mr. Jordan Dodge. You can go to IKFFightPlatform.com and get registered and show up tomorrow and be a part of that event. Miss Angelica Reyes and her husband will also be officiating that event, representing that event. I think it's going to be exciting. Remember, there are no knockouts in the semi-contact MMA, that you cannot render someone unconscious or something like that. But I think that it's going to really enhance people's skills and all. So if you're in that area in Santa Cruz, go give it a try. More to come, a lot more to come in that area. We'll expand it over here at some point as well. We'll get it going over here and on the East Coast. And things like that. We have some promoters already interested in the semi-contact MMA and all. And that's something that we can certainly talk with you about. But hey, if you're interested in it this weekend, want to go out and get in some good semi-contact action, check out Mr. Jordan Dodge. All of this information is on the platform. So be sure to check that out. That's starting this weekend in Santa Cruz, California. I still miss California. I lived out there for 23 years. Great time, great time. Another thing, too, I just want to remind people, I mentioned earlier about our outreach. I want to welcome Miss Jordan. Her name is Jordan Lovelace. And I got that same flight. Forgot her last name on that one, which is Jordan Lovelace Herman is her married name. Jordan is reaching out to a lot of our promoters out there who were with us maybe in the past. Maybe they don't know we exist anymore, but a lot of new gyms across the country, right, are popping up. And also in this region right here, we're going to do more of a community outreach to let people know, hey, we want them to be a part of our events. We appreciate them being a part of our events. If they have any ideas, suggestions, grievances, or whatever, you can contact us directly and all. And so she's doing a great job already in reaching out to different gyms. And we hope that you guys will, be in touch with us. They have questions about what we do, how we do. Feel free to give us a call here directly and all. And so if you see information coming from Ms. Herman that indeed do respond, get in touch with us again with any questions or comments. Please welcome her to our team. Should be a great thing. We also have obviously Ms. Brownie at Mesky, I messed her name up, who's also helping out with the marketing and the outreach as well. She's still on board with us and stuff. And so you might see information and stuff like that from her as well. We're just kind of building the team, trying to make sure everyone knows how much we appreciate them being a part of what we do. And we want to try to make sure that all teams know that we appreciate them, participating in our events. And I do know that a lot of times I'm on the road these days. I'm involved with a lot of different events across the country and afar. We're probably going to do like 225 events like this year, a lot. And on. So my attention sometimes is a lot more spread out, like all week long. I've been doing conference calls and trainings and stuff like that all week long. So I'm a little bit more spread out. But locally here in the Southeast region, we just want you to know that we still appreciate you. We want you to be a part of what we're doing. We hope that you guys will continue to come out and support our events. And as I said, I wasn't going to be long today because I obviously have a lot of things going on and still doing my thing. I want to talk to you about this a little bit before I go. So we have an event tomorrow in Denver, North Carolina. First time there. What we did was we partnered with Mr. Nick Vieira there and with BJJ. BJJ is really popular. We kind of brought them in under our AK Promotions umbrella. And I tell you what, he has a lineup of super fights that's just crazy, right? He must have 35 or 40 super fights. And so those are separate fights. Now, the great thing about it, too, not only are they great matched up fights, but they're going to be on our live streaming network at akplive.com. So those of you who can't make it out into Denver tomorrow, you can go to akplive.com and go ahead and order that, and you'll be able to see. There'll be a lineup. You're going to kind of have an idea of when your fighter is going to fight. There's going to be commentary and all of that going on tomorrow. We won't be doing that for the PKB there, but PKB is kind of going very well as well in the sense that we might even have to limit the registration because we only have one ring tomorrow. Okay, and also be a one ring for PKB. And there'll be another ring for BJJ and a ton of spectators, right? So there'll be, food and stuff like that and a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time tomorrow in Denver, North Carolina. We've got our officials and everything all lined up. Should be a great time. So if you're not doing anything on tomorrow, come on down, right? We have events going on, in fact, across the country this weekend. I think there's about 4 or 5 events that are going on. I know we have the Fit Expo. I think that is in San Diego over with the Hodges. We also have the point boxing sparring going on over there at the Fit Expo in, I think, San Diego. We have an event also in Florida, I think, this weekend as well. We have one in Missouri going on all across the country. Go to the icarefightplatform.com. Check out all of the events, right? And if you're in that area, we invite you to come. For example, I noticed like on the PBSC going on at the Fit Expo, I mean, he has like 55, 60 boxers, all boxing. All semi-contact boxing going on there at that expo. That shows you that the PBSC is growing. It is really growing because you know why? It makes sense. Semi-contact boxing is the next big thing. on the semi-contact circuit. PBSC, our organization, is leading the way with that, and we hope that you guys will be a part of the programs whenever they come to the area. We also have the PBSC at the Spring Classic coming up in March. So you guys just want to work those hands. You want to, just work on those boxing skills. You're not able, don't know how to kick or whatever the case. Or if you are a kicker and you want to just work on your boxing, do both, right? You can do both. Come on out and check it out, because PBSC is going. Rafael Mendoza, who's our VP of Operations on the West Coast, doing a fantastic job with the PBSC. And again, guys, coming out, check out these events that we have going on for you, across the country, because this is what it's about in growing. It is these semi-contact programs. They are the incubator for eventually the full contact. Some people are still jumping right into full contact. I have no idea why you would jump right into full contact before you actually try the semi-contact, because it is the semi-contact that really is going to get you ready for that next level. And so I hope that you would give that a try before you jump into the full contact arena. Again, check out all of our events, ikffightplatform.com. All right, that's all I have for you today, guys. Getting ready for some events, like I said, this weekend. Busy, 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 busy. Go ahead and get registered, guys. ikffightplatform.com. As I always say, I want you to always respect each other. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out, and I'll talk to you real soon. All right, bye-bye.